What's up? Today I'm going to make a stand tier list version 135 because UZUKEE made some of the stands.
TUSK Act 4! Make it stop!
But before we continue, like and subscribe or I must steal your goldfish. First we got Stone Free. I haven't played Stone Free really that much, but this stand has some combo potential and deals pretty good damage. So I will put it in Great. Star Platinum. Even they nerfed the Inhale. Star Platinum won't be affected by that much unless they nerfed its Star Finger. That's why I put it in Great. Crazy Diamond. I put Crazy Diamond on Balanced because of its combo and damage. This stand can make your health bar from 100 to 0 in few seconds. That's why I put it in Balanced. The World. I still put the World on Great because of its time stop. If this stand doesn't have a time stop, I don't really think it would be in Great. But this stand is pretty solid, so I put it in Great. White Album. Now believe it or not, White Album is probably one of the most underrated stand out there. It's a very tanky but it kinda needs a buff. That's why I put White Album in good. Mr. President. Do I even need to explain? Mr. President is kinda bad compared to the other stands. I feel like even Beach Boy is better than Mr. President, but I feel like I should put Mr. President in decent. White Snake. They should buff White Snake just like TUSK Act 4. But all jokes aside, this stand is pretty solid just like the World. That's why I put it in good. Magician's Red. I put Magician's Red on Great. Even though most of its moveset are blockable, but if your combo hits you will melt their HP pretty quick. That's why I put it in Great. Six Pistol. Six Pistol was used to be one of the most broken standing game, but they nerfed Six Pistols. That's why I put it in good. Purple Haze. I don't see a lot of Purple Haze users out there, but this stand is kinda good because of its crowded movesets. The Hand. I feel like the Hand should be in low balanced tier or in Great because it only has 2 deadly moves and can be easily countered. But if they don't know how to block, this stand is overpowered. Cream. Cream was one of the best stand if not the best stand before, until they nerfed its damage and moveset. But overall Cream is still good. Silver Chariot. I have fought a Silver Chariot pluck before. This stand is hella scary because if the player becomes aggressive you're pretty much dead, unless you know how to counter it. King Crimson. King Crimson is nerfed to the ground because you can no longer do some busted combo anymore. But overall it's still pretty useful. Hermit Purple. Hermit Purple is still a great stand for PvP, because of the previews update where they buff Hermone even more. That's why I put Hermit Purple in Great. Gold Experience. Gold Experience is pretty busted now on PvP because of the buff it got. Whenever your Frog Punch lands it will deal poison damage. They also added a kick barrage to Gold Experience. Aerosmith. I don't really know where to put this stand because they made its Aero Barrage a burst damage but they nerfed its duration. But I guess I will put it in Great. Killer Queen Bite the Dust. Killer Queen Bite the Dust is pretty underrated in my opinion. Probably the most underrated Requiem stand. Its combo potential and damage is pretty OP if you combo your opponent non-stop. Scary Monsters. Scary Monster is pretty underrated, or I just don't see a ton of player using it, because all I see the players use are Tusk. But overall this stand is busted. KCR. KCR is still one of the most broken standing game. Like seriously, do I even need to explain? Beach Boy. Beach Boy is pretty underrated stand in my opinion. It deals a lot of damage because of its bleed. Only if I know how to use this stand, so for now I'ma put it in decent. Hierophant Green. Hierophant Green in my opinion is still one of the best if not the best stand for support, well besides Aerosmith, because of its stun move which makes this stand the best support. SCR. SCR is still one of the best stand at the moment, especially when they added a little buff to its Conker's Will. Conker's Will now break blocks, so even if you tried to block it won't work. Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers is pretty decent stand, but it can be annoying if you got hit by its zipper punch multiple times. The World Alternate Universe. The World Alternate Universe is still a broken stand even they nerf its revolver and knives, because this stand also relies on its chop move and time stop. GER is still pretty good even they nerfed it so many times. The only ability saving GER being good is its awakening. It will melt your HP if all of its combo land with awakening. D4C even at base form is already broken if your opponent don't know how to counter it. You can just run and spam clones for 24 hours. TUSK Act 4. Well, after its nerf this stand is still pretty good unlike before. SPTW. Do I even need to explain this stand? This stand should be already known due to its overpowered moveset. C-Moon in my opinion is still pretty busted, because of its gravitational punch which bypass block and bleed. The World Over Heaven. The World Over Heaven is still pretty good stand even they nerfed its moves. But the World Over Heaven was too broken before unlike today. Made in Heaven. After the fix of dual acceleration I can tell that Made in Heaven isn't that broken as before, because you need speed with Made in Heaven. Anubis. They nerfed Anubis so much that I feel like I should put Anubis in decent. They removed its M1 stun. Anubis rely on M1 stun so much. Well, here's my tier list again. This tier list is not in order. If you have different tier list, comment down below.
Got all this paper, I don't go to class. Shorty look good in them double-up pants. Shoe made to get it, so I'll see you later. Your boy made the fade, all you make is trash. She only a 5 in her face, so her head get a bag and my time don't get waste. Give me a time and a place and I'm pulling up fast cause my tongue like the taste. Ooh, how do you do that? Keeping it wavy like do-rags. Make me